Hello and welcome to the Weekly Blues from Code of Tuition. So this is the second instalment of the beginner strut, which is basically a great entry-level 12-bar blues using fingerstyle playing, blues fingerstyle. So it's split over 3 weeks. I hope you got on with with the last one. This is the middle instalment, and then the final one's going to be dropping soon, allowing you to piece together a great 12-bar. But there's also going to be another one dropping afterwards, which is just ever so slightly more difficult, but still very much beginner level. Hopefully you'll be able to combine both of them, and you'll be able to turn it into a more substantial piece, impress friends and family, and if you're doing really well, like I was saying, you can maybe even be knocking on the door of Chess Records. Because these are quite short little lessons, we're going to be looking at how you can also be playing in two different places. So if you're playing the C up here, for example, you can also be playing the same riff down here. Now it might not seem like a particularly big thing, but it will just help you to expand your three-string horizons and hopefully open up the fretboard a little bit more. So here's the tuning notes: low G, middle D, high G. So on to the midpoint of the beginner strut. So this is where we change chord. We're going to a C. Hopefully you got on all right with the previous one, the first 4 bars. So this is straight up to a bar at fret 5. So it's where you're clamping on, distributing the weight across all 3, so you can hear all of them. You can check out the fantastic complete beginner course for more lessons in more detail in this particular technique with examples and songs. But what we're doing here in this particular one is we're holding on your first finger at fret 5, so that's for the C, but then you're adding in fret 8 and fret 7, and then fret 5, which is in the bar itself, and that's the riff, but with the thumb going. So hopefully you've got the rhythm, you've got the coordination a little bit in the first instalment. So it's the same deal. The thumb is just playing away on the beat, and it's in fact the same rhythm but with C in the bass. So you come in with the first riff on beat 2, that's beat 3, and then we're in between the thumb plucks with this index finger on the middle D string. So it's 1, 2, 3, in between, 4, straight in on beat 1 with both of them, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that's what a bar looks like from this angle. And so remember I was saying you can do a little bit of palm muting if you want. So just on the bass string, try and keep these top 2 open. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, which rhythmically is the same as the first 4 bars. And then, so this is now bars 7 and 8 of the full 12 bar. Which, if you've downloaded the score, the tab, you can probably see that's the same as bars 3 and 4. So that's quite handy, you know, because for a beginner thing, we want lots of repetition. There's bars 5 and 6, bars 7 and 8. You can probably hear that we're just keeping that constant thumb, and rhythmically the notes, riffs up here are the same as the riffs down here, just on different notes. So if you've had a go at the previous video, which was just bars or measures 1 to 4 of this beginner strut, then I imagine the most difficult aspect of this particular one is just getting a clean bar, so it can be quite difficult to clamp down and be able to add extra notes on top. So you might want to practice a little bit with that. So you can either, like I said, tuck your little finger in, or you can try and use fingers 3 and 4 on frets 8 and 7. But again, here's a slow play along, so I'm starting straight from the bar at C. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. I'll do it again, back to C. 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So as with the previous chapter, that previous one was about 55, this is now around 70 BPM. So we'll go back to the C. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So in the previous chapter we were also looking at how we could play the particular riff down here elsewhere. Now this is the same riff, we were just playing it from a bar. So if we wanted to play these notes in an alternate place, we could potentially, instead of barring, just hold on the low C, dispense, not worry about what we're doing on this middle string, and we can use the riff here. We can go 3, 2, open on the high G. So I've just got to make sure I'm bridging round enough with this finger. So if that's doable, you can fret with your third finger, or you can even fret with your pinky finger, which might give you a bit more reach. But it's basically 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. And then the same as before, we're back to G now. So instead of playing here, I was saying in the previous chapter, we can play fret 5 instead of the open high G, and we can play fret 8 on the middle D string instead of fret 3. And the benefit of that is you can start putting in slides and things. You get a different tone, and just different places to play. It kind of keeps it interesting, keeps you inspired. So. Okay, that's it. Have fun with this particular section of the beginner strut, and have a go at combining it with the previous lesson, and we'll be back very soon to conclude this 12 bar here on Coder Tuition.